A child support roundup is going on this week in Hays County. According to the San Marcos Daily Record, more than a dozen people who are behind on child support payments have been arrested so far. Authorities are still searching for about 30 more parents. Some of them were behind in payments as much as $100,000. Texas Attorney General Greg Abbott says his office has collected nearly $3 billion in late child support money in the past year. Nearly $10 million of that money was collected here in Hays County.
Texas State is big on recycling, but many people may not know what happens after they put their items in the recycling bins. Justin Travis has more in this Bobcat update.
While many students on campus are eager to do their part to help the environment by recycling, many don't know where those recyclables go or some of the dangers involved when processing those items. This is where all the cans and bottles, as well as other recyclable materials, end up, the Texas State Recycling Center. Here, workers spend hours sorting through materials that can be reused in the future, such as aluminum, plastic, glass, paper, and even water.
Probably on an average day, we probably recycle about 5 to 15 gallons worth of just reusable water, you know, clear, pretty good water that's just wasted every day.
The water is used to water plants and clean tools at the center. There are some dangers that the workers have to keep in mind, however. For example, lifting heavy loads improperly can result in serious back injuries. Heat can be a particularly dangerous factor, especially during the summertime. Also, some of the items themselves carry a risk.
We also pick toner cartridges up, which you see in this bag here, and when they dry, they turn into powder. And if you breathe that stuff in, let's say it's not the healthiest for you.
Transportation to and from the recycling center can also be dangerous, as the work vans have to maneuver through pedestrian-heavy areas. But even with all of the potential dangers, these students are still willing to work to protect the environment. For Bobcat Update, I'm Justin Travis.
Texas State University planted an oak tree on campus Monday as part of what's called Global Day of Doing. The tree planting ceremony in honor of Wangari Maathai, who founded Greenbelt Movement, was chosen as a speaker for this year's Common Experience. She is a Kenyan environmental and political activist. Dr. Maathai is a 2004 Nobel Peace Prize winner. Grounds Assistant Director Jay Cody led students in planting a tree near the Athletics Administration building in an effort to celebrate climate solutions.
If you've been near the MIDI Complex and Supple Science buildings at Texas State recently, then you may have noticed a curious-looking piece of equipment. Rachel Nelson explains in this Bobcat Update.
The Environmental Service Committee, the Physics Department, and the University Honors Program have worked on a joint project to show everyone at Texas State a new way to go green. A renovated gas pump under 2 solar panels provided a place for passers-by to power up.
Our theme this year is sustainability, and one of the sustainability factors is being able to generate energy without being hard on the environment.
For more than 2 weeks, students stopped by this solar-powered demonstration to charge electronic devices. A cell phone is just one of many gadgets that can be plugged into the pump.
Well, you can plug in everything from something as small as a cell phone to a laptop. I can plug in my chair here if I wanted to.
Some students took advantage of the pump's presence on campus by running experiments to see how outside power sources interfere with solar energy. It's possible that a permanent solar charging station will be constructed at Texas State. It's a project that would cost $10,000 to $25,000 to implement. Funding options are being explored.
And so from a purely economic standpoint, I would say probably no, they're not cost effective. I still think this is a really brilliant idea, and the reason is that it makes people aware that they can power things with solar.
The Physics Department's website at Texas State invites comments from anyone who's interested in the project. For Bobcat Update, I'm Rachel Nelson.
Texas State University will have a free fashion show to promote breast cancer awareness and prevention, and the models will be walking the runway in bras. The Cancer Advocacy Movement for Colleges and Outreach is hosting Texas State's Bra Night and Fashion Show for Cancer Awareness. Models will wear bras designed by more than 20 student organizations. The show starts at 7 tonight, but there will be free food and drinks at a reception beforehand. That reception starts at 6:15. There will be door prizes there, including an iPad and a Dell laptop.
The lead Mexican investigator looking into the disappearance of a Colorado man along the Texas border has been killed. The wife of David Hartley says her husband was killed by pirates a couple of weeks ago on Falcon Lake, and she urged the Mexican authorities to step up their efforts to find his body. But the decapitated head of the officer who led the investigation was stuffed into a suitcase and left at an Army garrison yesterday. Mexican drug cartels are set to control the area on Falcon Lake where Hartley was killed while jet skiing.
22 of the 33 miners trapped underground for more than 2 months in Chile have been rescued so far. The miners are being lifted one at a time. The first to be freed climbed out of the rescue capsule late last night. Florencio Avalos surfaced to a cheering crowd and was embraced by rescue workers and others before getting medical attention. Avalos, who was 31 years old, was second in command among the miners. He was chosen to be first because he was in the best condition. The miners became trapped when part of the mine collapsed on August 5th.
The Bobcat football team is looking to bounce back this weekend.
That story is next in sports.
The San Marcos Activity Center has been serving the San Marcos community for over 12 years.
Their facilities include 2 indoor basketball courts,
aerobics rooms,
indoor swimming pool,
racquetball courts,
youth sports,
a weight training room, and much more. Whether you want to master the art of yoga, strengthen your core, or are a senior looking to regain the strength of your youth, there is a fitness class to fit everyone's needs at the San Marcos Activity Center.
For more information, call 512-393-8280 or visit the website.
The San Marcos Activity Center is the place for San Marcos residents to get fit and have some fun. So come by today and visit the center of it all.
Hi, I'm Will McGinnis with sports. Game 5 was the clincher for the Texas Rangers last night. The Rangers coasted to a 5-1 victory over Tampa Bay to give them their first opportunity in franchise history to play for the American League pennant. The victory was sealed for the Rangers in the 9th inning when Ian Kinsler hit a 2-run homer off Rafael Soriano. The Rangers' Cliff Lee pitched a complete game and helped lead the Rangers to their first ever postseason win series. Next up will be the New York Yankees. Meanwhile, Game 1 of the National League Championship Series is set for this Saturday in Philadelphia. The San Francisco Giants bring their talented young pitching staff into Citizens Bank Ballpark to face the Phillies. This matchup pits 2 of the premier pitching staffs in the league, as the opener has Tim Lincecum against Roy Halladay. In his first postseason start, Halladay threw only the second no-hitter in postseason history. The Giants knocked off the Atlanta Braves to advance, ending the career of legendary manager Bobby Cox. Game 1 between Philly and San Fran is Saturday on Fox. As Major League Baseball winds down another season, the Bobcats have begun practicing for next year. It's scrimmage time for the Cats, and last weekend they got off to a great start, trouncing the University of Texas Longhorns 9-0 in 12 innings. Coach Ty Harrington says he's pleased with the team's effort as they grow accustomed to using new bats regulated by the NCAA. Fall practice continues for 3 more weeks, and the 2011 schedule starts on February 18th against Nebraska. The Bobcat football team returns home this Saturday to face Nicholls State. The Bobcats suffered a 49-24 loss at Southeastern Louisiana in the team's Southland Conference opener last weekend. Texas State dropped 7 spots in this week's FCS coaches poll to 22nd. The Bobcats are 3-2 on the year and 0-1 in conference play. Southeastern held the Bobcats to just 238 yards of total offense while forcing 4 turnovers. The team is looking to rebound on Saturday. That game time here in San Marcos is 6 p.m. The Dallas Cowboys are in panic mode this week after losing their 3rd game of the season. The Tennessee Titans came into town and got off to a quick start. Here in the first quarter, Vince Young hooking up with Nate Washington for a 24-yard strike. Washington able to bring that down in between a couple of defenders. Titans again pushing up in the second quarter, driving. This time VY hits Kenny Britt from the 12-yard line, making it 17-3 Titans. Tony Romo and company tied it in the 4th, but Mark Mariani returns this kick inside the 10-yard line, setting it up on the 1 for Chris Johnson and what would be the game-winning TD run. The Cowboys take on the Minnesota Vikings this Sunday. Both teams are 1-3. And guys, that really could be a really good game as both teams were looking to make the Super Bowl in the preseason.
Well, it's still a long season. We'll see how it all turns out.
Well, my brother watches closely, so I'm sure I'll be hearing all about the Cowboys. That's all for this edition of Bobcat Update. Thanks for watching.
We'll be back tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. See you then.